8 tons of gold gone forever. Can you believe it? In 1520, the Spanish conquistadors seized an unimaginable fortune from the heart of the Aztec Empire, a treasure so vast it defied belief. Yet in one fateful night, most of it vanished, disappearing into the murky depths of history. It left behind a mystery that endures to this day. This isn't just a tale of conquest. It's a cinematic journey into the legend of the Aztecs' sweat of the sun, gold that was more than mere metal, but a sacred embodiment of their gods. We delve into Montezuma's fabled treasure rooms, overflowing with glittering artifacts, and explore the insatiable Spanish obsession that drove Hernán Cortés to the shores of Tenochtitlan in 1519. The stage was set for an epic clash, where greed would meet divinity and the fate of an empire, and its legendary gold would be sealed forever. The Spanish, under Cortés, quickly captured Montezuma, and the systematic plundering of the Aztec capital began, amassing a hoard of gold that would make any European monarch envious. But this immense wealth was destined for a far more dramatic and mysterious end than simply sailing across the ocean to Spain. As Cortés and his conquistadors arrived on the shores of what is now Mexico in 1519, they were met with a civilization unlike anything they had ever encountered. The Aztec Empire, a sprawling dominion of immense power and intricate beauty, was at its zenith, its capital Tenochtitlan, a marvel of engineering and artistry. For the Spanish, however, their eyes were not drawn to the architectural wonders or the vibrant culture, but to the shimmering metal that adorned every aspect of Aztec life. Gold, for the Aztecs, was not currency but a sacred material, the sweat of the sun, used in religious ceremonies and to honor their deities, intricately crafted into masks, jewelry, and idols. Moctezuma II, the revered emperor, resided in palaces rumored to contain rooms entirely dedicated to treasures, overflowing with golden artifacts, precious stones, and exotic feathers. These were not mere possessions but offerings, symbols of divine connection and imperial power. Cortés, however, saw only one thing: an unimaginable fortune ripe for the taking. His expedition, ostensibly for exploration and conversion, was fueled by an insatiable hunger for wealth, a greed that would ultimately define the conquest. Upon entering Tenochtitlan, the Spanish were initially treated with a cautious hospitality, but this veneer of peace quickly shattered under the weight of their avarice. Cortés, with audacious cunning, seized Montezuma, holding him captive within his own palace. This act of betrayal sent shockwaves through the Aztec hierarchy, destabilizing their empire from within. With Montezuma under their control, the Spanish began their systematic plunder. They demanded tribute, forcing the Aztecs to surrender their most sacred golden artifacts. Temples were desecrated, idols melted down, and Montezuma's legendary treasure rooms were emptied, their contents transformed into crude ingots, stripped of their cultural and spiritual significance. The sheer volume of gold amassed was staggering, a king's ransom beyond the wildest dreams of any European. Mountains of shimmering metal, destined to be shipped across the Atlantic, were piled high within the Spanish quarters, a testament to their ruthless efficiency. Yet, this immense wealth, acquired through conquest and sacrilege, would not reach its intended destination. The Aztecs, though initially stunned, were not broken, and their resistance began to simmer. The stage was set for a desperate escape, a night of chaos and bloodshed, where the very weight of their ill-gotten gains would become a deadly burden. The treasure, so coveted, would soon become a curse, swallowed by the canals and darkness of Tenochtitlan, leaving behind a legend of lost riches that continues to captivate and mystify. The Spanish obsession with Aztec gold was not merely economic, it was a cultural clash. For the conquistadors, gold represented power, status, and the validation of their conquest. They saw it as a means to an end, a resource to be exploited and transported. The Aztecs, conversely, viewed gold as a living material, imbued with divine essence, a connection to their gods and the cosmos, not to be hoarded or traded. This fundamental difference in perception fueled the Spanish brutality, as they saw no sacrilege in melting down intricate works of art. The capture of Montezuma was a pivotal moment, a strategic move by Cortés that demonstrated his understanding of power dynamics within the Aztec Empire. By controlling the emperor, he hoped to control the entire populace and, more importantly, gain unfettered access to their legendary wealth. The massive treasure seized by the Spanish was not just gold. It was the soul of an empire, ripped from its cultural context and reduced to mere metal. This act of plunder set the stage for the dramatic events that would follow, leading to the night when most of it would mysteriously disappear. The immense wealth amassed by the Spanish conquistadors, however, was destined for a far more dramatic and mysterious end than simply sailing across the ocean to Spain. The night of the 30th of June 1520, forever etched into history as La Noche Triste, marked the dramatic and bloody turning point in this saga. As the Spanish attempted a desperate, stealthy escape from Tenochtitlan, their bodies laden with the ill-gotten gains of their conquest, chaos erupted with terrifying suddenness. The once orderly retreat quickly devolved into a desperate scramble for survival, as Aztec warriors, enraged by the desecration of their city and the murder of their emperor, launched a relentless assault. Soldiers, weighed down by heavy bags of gold, their movements hampered by the precious metal, plunged into the dark, treacherous canals surrounding the city. Many found themselves unable to resurface, drowning under the sheer, suffocating burden of their treasure. The canals, once arteries of the vibrant Aztec capital, transformed into a watery grave for countless men and an immeasurable amount of Aztec gold. Swallowed by the thick mud and impenetrable darkness, the glittering hoard vanished from sight. But even after this catastrophic loss, a significant portion of the treasure remained unaccounted for. This is where the mystery truly begins, captivating historians and adventurers alike for centuries. Where did the rest of that legendary gold go? Theories abound, each more intriguing than the last, attempting to unravel this enduring enigma. Perhaps it was hidden in the unfathomable depths of Lake Texcoco, its shimmering surface concealing secrets beneath the murky waters. Was it hastily discarded by fleeing Spanish soldiers in a desperate attempt to lighten their load, abandoned in the chaos of battle, hoping to retrieve it later? Or perhaps, and more romantically, was it secretly recovered and concealed by resilient Aztec rebels who sought to reclaim their sacred heritage from the clutches of the invaders? These rebels, driven by a fierce loyalty to their fallen empire, might have meticulously hidden the gold, ensuring it would never fall into Spanish hands again. To this very day, archaeologists and intrepid treasure hunters tirelessly scour the ancient grounds, now largely buried beneath the sprawling metropolis of modern Mexico City. Their sophisticated tools probe the earth, seeking any trace of the lost fortune. Occasionally, their efforts are rewarded with the unearthing of tantalizing fragments of gold, small, glittering whispers of the immense wealth that once lay there. These isolated discoveries only fuel the obsession, offering glimpses of what might still be hidden. Yet, the vast majority of that legendary treasure remains stubbornly elusive, a phantom hoard that continues to defy discovery, mocking every attempt to find it. The sheer volume of gold described by historical accounts far outweighs anything ever recovered. This persistent absence fuels the enduring belief among many, from seasoned historians to amateur enthusiasts, that thousands of pounds of Aztec gold still lie hidden. It is patiently waiting for someone to finally uncover one of history's greatest, most glittering, and most tragic secrets. Imagine the moment of discovery, the glint of gold emerging from centuries of darkness. The thought alone ignites the imagination, drawing countless individuals into the quest. Could it be buried deep beneath a bustling street, an ancient temple foundation, or perhaps in a forgotten cavern beneath the city's modern facade? The possibilities are endless, each one a tantalizing thread in this historical tapestry. The mystery of the missing Aztec gold is not merely about wealth. It is a story of conquest, resistance, and the enduring power of a lost civilization. It reminds us that history often holds more questions than answers, and that some of the greatest treasures are not just material, but the stories they tell and the mysteries they inspire. The legacy of Montezuma's treasure continues to captivate, a silent challenge from the past to the present. And so, the search continues, Fueled by hope and the whispers of legend, will the lost gold ever truly be found, revealing its secrets to the modern world? Or will it remain a phantom, forever buried beneath the layers of time and earth? One thing is certain, the allure of the lost Aztec gold endures. It is a testament to a vanished empire and a treasure that refuses to be forgotten. Perhaps, even now, it lies just beneath your feet, waiting for its moment to emerge from the shadows of history. Thank you for joining with us on this journey into the heart of the Aztec Empire. If you love uncovering the hidden corners of history, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. See you next time.